Have you ever killed something with your car? I have, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm not going to sit here and tell you all that I'm this perfect creature. I'm not. I have killed animals in the past with my vehicle. Sometimes you get surprised by things. If you've ever been to West Virginia, we have a lot of curves. We're like a 250-pound woman. I am trying to abide by the laws that are set on the roadway, and the animals just decide to have their own mind about it, and they die.
Majestic beast, and how I killed them!
Accidentally! I'm gonna share my top 3 animal deaths with you right now. First one, high school. I was in high school, driving a car, not very old, 17, 18 years old, and I had to have the burden of taking my sister home every day. We don't talk. We don't have conversations. That's what you do when you're an older brother with a younger sister kind of in the car. And so we don't have a conversation. We're just driving innocently, listening to music, possibly the Spice Girls. It was the 90s. It was weird, whatever. And as we're driving up this road. We're driving up a hill to set the scene for you. And I see a bird, a little bird. I love birds. I love how they flap. And I tell the bird in my head, I say, you need to move. The bird evidently did not have ESP like me, like I thought we crossed. And as I'm going closer to the bird, I'm thinking, bird, move, you have wings. You can fly. You don't even have to use your little legs. You don't even have to run. You can run 3 steps. You'll be fine. I'm gonna stick on this course right in the middle, and all you have to do is move. All you have to do is fly your little wings away. And what does the little bird do? The little bird doesn't move. And as I look in my rearview mirror, there's no way I could hit the bird. He flew away last second. And I look in my rearview mirror, my sister looks in my side mirror, and we both see the same horrific thing. There's the bird, flapping its wings, dead. I ran over a bird. So you sit here and I know you're judging me thinking you're a horrible human being. And I think to myself, I'm a horrible human being. I agree with you. But as I start to think about this more and as years have progressed, I realize that the bird was pretty stupid. It should have moved. Not only did it have one means of escape, it had 2 means of escape. It could have flown away at any given second. Hear me out. The rumbling of the tire has to shake the little bird. He has to say, something's not right here. I need to get in the air. I need to flap around and stay away from this earth trembling. Rest in peace, little bird, because he didn't do it. But my second all-time greatest death. It's coming back from college. You know how most college students go 70 miles an hour on back roads? I'm going to go 15, maybe 10. I was a rebel. And as I'm driving this 10 miles an hour in a truck, I see a deer on the side of a hill. And again, those who have not been to West Virginia do not realize how close the roads are to the hills. And as I see this little deer, this little female deer up in the woods there, or male with no horns, I don't know what it was, but I didn't check that closely. But I did see it in the woods, and it was having a problem coming down the hill with its little hooves. Deer are God's practical joke because they have this little sausage body, like the party sausages you eat at a party, little party wieners, and they have these little toothpick legs, like 4 little toothpick legs attached to a party wiener. That's what they look like. They're kind of unbalanced and awkward anyhow. You ever seen a deer on ice? It's just completely crazy. I mean, they just have a really, really rough time with it. They're not going to play hockey. They're not going to be in the Olympic hockey team anytime soon. The deer falls down the hill and gets on the road as I'm coming there. And I'm like, what? Go run. Just keep running. It doesn't run. Stops. I don't know if he's shooken up or what it was. The hill was a tough climb. He's out of shape. He's taking a deep breath. But it was a tough time to take a deep breath. I gently, ever so gently, nudge the deer. And I'm like, oh, he's all right. But he falls over. And I'm like, oh, goodness, what should I do? Like, should I get out of my car, check on this guy? But before I can even move to help the little poor deer, he springs up and I go, oh, thank God. You're fine, you little tyke. And then he looks at me, panics like crazy, like I'm some ungodly looking creature, and runs over the side of the hill. This is where it gets disgusting. I'm pretty sure that I broke at least one leg, at least one of his little toothpick wiener legs. So I'm not a doctor, I'm not a vet, and I can't control a wild animal, and so I just watched him roll down the hill. In my mind, I like to think he lived. I like to think that he went to the animal doctor and he said, you know what? We can amputate these legs and we can attach some Luke Skywalker looking crap to your legs. So you're like a robot deer. And you're like the bionic man of deer. You're the bionic deer. And this deer is somewhere living it up. He is, you know, this remarkable, majestic mix of nature and science. Just this modern marvel. That's what I like to think happened to him, but most likely he died. My number one all-time animal murder was not mine. It was not my fault, for one. For two, I didn't even hit the deer with my car. A straight stretch. I'm driving my car with my friends. We see a deer in the middle of the road. And so I get close to the deer. I stop this time. I've seen deer. He sees my lights. You see, when deer see lights, they get like, and they start panicking. I know that. So I do a little honk, a little courtesy honk. Say, hey, here's some noise too. You want to get away from the noise. Well, this deer hears the noise, and instead of going left or right off the hard asphalt, which is not like grass, this deer decides that I'm going to prance a little bit forward. I'm just going to prance a little bit forward. That's the direction I want to take. I'm like, what is happening? This happens. Not 2 times, not 3 times. The 4th time, he's run forward again. I'm paying full attention to the deer. I'm like, you got to move at some point, my friend. You got to get out of here at some point. And as I get up to him again, I'm like, I'm just going to give him a little bit more courtesy honk. Get up, honk, honk, honk. The 3 honks. Deer goes a little crazy, finally figures it out, turns to the left, and then the most majestic, beautiful thing I've ever seen, runs over and like he's leading Santa's sleigh, jumps into the air over a fence? A barrier? And as I'm watching him, I'm finally figuring out where I'm at on the road, and I realize that this majestic deer is actually jumping over the side of a bridge. I never checked on the deer, but it's like a 30-foot drop off that bridge. So in a roundabout way, I'm pretty sure I Dr. Kevorkian'd it. I assisted in the suicide of a deer. In tribute to all these fine animals, I say thank you for this list, and may your memory live on forever. If you'd like your memory to live on forever, you can comment on our YouTube video here, or you can like us on Facebook. And we're always up for comments about future shows and things you'd like to see. For the Digital Revelation, this is, as always, Nathan Marshall.
Can I get a little help? Anybody?